Shopify just revealed the best-selling products for print on demand in 2024, and I think some of these are gonna surprise you. In this episode, we're gonna break down the top 10 products so you know what's hot, what people are buying, and which products could have high sales potential for you. I'm Adrian Von Arx, here with my co-host Kerry Egler, and welcome to the Print on Demand Playbook podcast. What's up, guys? This is going to be an awesome episode because we're talking about the best-selling print-on-demand products of 2024. I know how much y'all like your top 10 episodes. So if you're new to print-on-demand or you're unsure what to sell, or if you're a longtime seller and looking for new product inspiration, this one's for you. But first, Kerry, what's going on, my friend? You have an announcement.
Hey, Adrian. First of all, I love top 10 episodes too. So I'm excited about top 10. I think top 10 episodes are always like I always click on those immediately when I see them. I always want to listen to them. But just a quick announcement for anybody listening to this podcast. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, wherever you're listening, we've actually moved our podcast from where it was to a new channel on YouTube. So if you weren't familiar, previously we were posting our podcasts on YouTube, the video version, in multiple places. Now we've actually put it on a dedicated print-on-demand playbook channel. So we have our own podcast YouTube channel, and that's where all new episodes will be posted going forward for video only. You're still going to have your audio here on Apple, Spotify, wherever you're listening. But if you like to watch the video and maybe listen sometimes, you kind of go back and forth, or if you're wanting to actually see us on video and you haven't yet, go over to YouTube, type in Print on Demand Playbook Podcast, and you'll find a channel that you can actually subscribe to. You can also go to youtube.com/POD Playbook. So we'll try to put that down in the description, youtube.com/POD Playbook. You can watch the video version as well as subscribe to that new channel. And again, all new video versions will be posted to that channel going forward. So it's kind of a big change we made like this last week, Adrian. We're trying to get kind of everything moved over and like let everyone know. And so I know like I'm sending out emails and posting on social media and different stuff, kind of letting people know it's moved, but it's exciting. I think it's cool. Like we got some cool ideas we're going to do with that new channel, like possibly pulling some clips out of it and doing stuff like that. So like, I think it's going to be a really good change.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I've got a big smile on my face in case you can't tell, because to be totally honest with you guys, it's been total crickets up to this point. And it's because it's new, right? This is like starting a new business. It's always crickets at the beginning. But like before, up to this point, Kerry has been sharing the videos on his YouTube channel at Kerry Egler. I've been sharing it on my YouTube channel at Adrian Von Arx. And so we decided, you know what, why don't we just put it one place for people? But right now, nobody knows how that is. Like, this is the first time we're announcing this on the podcast. So what we're hoping is eventually to have everyone just go to that place where it's just in one place. So you're not confused if you see it on both of our channels. So hopefully that reduces some confusion, but it is pretty funny because it's really new and, we haven't really driven any traffic to it yet, but anyhow,
like at the time of recording this, we've got like 19 subscribers on the new channel. So it's like previously the video versions were getting like a ton of views. Like we were feeling really good about the views we were getting, but then we moved them to this new channel and we're like, well, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a little while.
We need the cricket like sound bite.
Click the link in the show notes to go over to that channel or type in youtube.com/POD Playbook. And that should take you over there. If you can't find it, search for it on YouTube, Print on Demand Playbook. You'll find the actual channel, Print on Demand Playbook Podcast, and that's where you'll see it because it won't have very many subscribers.
Yeah. If it's the one with no subscribers, you're in the right place.
hit the subscribe button to help us out, get some traction over there.
Anyhow, it's always fun, like self-deprecating. But okay, let's jump into the listener review of the week. And this is actually another Instagram DM I got. I'm loving all the Instagram DMs I'm getting. Please keep them coming. They're so just inspiring. And I love shouting you guys out. So whether it's an Apple review, whether it's a Spotify review, whether it's wherever it is, we want to shout you guys out. So this one's actually coming from Leah S. you know who you are. She DM'd me on Instagram and she says, Adrian, I got my first sale. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for all the information that you and Kerry have so willingly poured out into the universe with your podcast together. I took action and now have my live store. It took me 5 months, but I got it done, even if I know that it's still a work in progress. I guess it always will be. I kept hearing your voice saying, take imperfect action. And it seriously kept me going during the challenging moments because it really resonated with me. I made it happen with your help and guidance, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you.
That's flipping awesome. Leah, congratulations on your first sale. Congratulations on taking action. Man, yeah. It's I say this on some of my like live streams and challenges and different things, but like I don't know about you, Adrian. Maybe it's something we need to do an episode on like in the future, but like it gets pretty lonely, like as just like a kind of a solo entrepreneur, you know, and we've got different teams and different things, but like most of those people work remote. So it's not like I have an office here away from my house and like nobody works here, just me.
Right.
And I've got like contractors and different things, but like for the most part, it's just me and it gets really lonely. And I just lose sight sometimes of like people like Leah that are actually out there, number one, like getting value from what we're saying, which is wild. And then like putting it into action and then actually like making money for their family and like building a business that is going to, you know, bring them income and change things in their life. Like I lose sight of that. So it's so refreshing to hear these stories and like be able to see like, oh, that's a real person. Leah is a real person out there.
Right.
Like doing amazing things. And like, Leah, just congratulations. Like you're awesome. And we really appreciate your kind DM. It really does encourage me so much. I don't know about you, Adrian.
Totally. Yeah. You know, as humans, we are wired for connection. And you're right, Kerry, it is really lonely, the life of a work from home entrepreneur. Like even with Carlos as my partner for TLA and for everything, like he works from home too. Like we barely see each other. We get together once a week to have in-person meetings. But aside from that, we're totally remote. All of our other team is totally remote. So yeah, it's really cool. And I just want to say, Leah, like this is all you. Like there's a quote I really love that says, you can take a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. Like we can give you all the information that you could possibly need to succeed, but the onus is on you to actually take the action. We can't force you to take the action. So you need to give yourself a pat on the back for being like, not only did I take the time to invest in my learning by listening to the podcast, but like I actually applied it. Like I actually put it into action. So shout out to you. You're the hero of your journey. You have to be the hero of your journey. We can only be the guide. We can only ever be the guide. So shout out to you. I'm really happy for you. I hope that's the first of so many more to come. Keep up the great work. All right. We've got a lot to cover, Kerry. So this episode was actually inspired by a recent Shopify blog article where they actually revealed the top 22 best-selling print-on-demand products. And because I don't think anyone wants to hear us talk for the next 3 hours straight, I actually cut it down to 10. Because even 10, we're probably going to go to an hour. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be really just breaking down the top 10 best-selling print-on-demand products of 2024 from Shopify. And we are also going to link the original article below because I want you to see them all. I want you to see all the products, right? But we're going to break down the top 10, starting from 10, making our way to 1. So you better listen up for number 1 because you will absolutely guess what it is. I'm just going to like, if you're thinking what
I just looked.
If you think what number 1 is, you're probably right, but you might not know what number 2 is. So
there's some haters out there. I'm just calling you out. There's some haters out there. There might be some content creators, some YouTubers that really dislike the number 1 product and they like to hate on it and say that it's dead. And they like to say, you know, and I just hope that those haters read this article, listen to this episode and learn the real king of print on demand products.
But you have to listen to the whole way through to wait until the end to hear what the king of print on demand products is.
I was trying not to say it. All right. All right.
Yeah, you could just skip to the end if you want to. You don't actually have to listen to the whole thing. But I do want you to listen to the whole thing because I was actually very shocked by some of these top 10 products. And the first one, well, number 10, actually shocked me a lot. Like, I know this is a trendy product, but I did not know it was this popular for print on demand. And that is belt bags. And if you're scratching your head being like, huh, what the heck is a belt bag? I thought the same thing at first. All it is a glorified fanny pack. So you know how like fanny packs have been making like a huge comeback over the last couple of years. They started spiking around kind of like summer 2022. Well, they're still here. All right. And they seem here to stay at least for the foreseeable future. So let me tell you a little bit about what the article said about this number 10 best-selling print on demand product. They say belt bags are the modern incarnation of fanny packs. They come in various sizes and have become a popular product over the past few years, thanks to their practicality and adoption by major fashion brands. Some print-on-demand providers offer belt bags and fanny packs with all-over printing, so keep this in mind when designing your products. Something that works for a t-shirt or tote bag may need some tweaking before it's appropriate for fanny packs. As with other products in this list, creative designs increase the sense of uniqueness, which increases the perceived value. That means you can charge higher prices and make more money per sale. Kerry, have you jumped on the fanny pack trend? Are you a fanny pack wearer?
So no, but you know what? It's funny this is so funny to me because I always think of my wife on these trends. Cause like, it makes me realize how like fashionable my wife is because I'm trying not to say too much personal information because you probably wouldn't appreciate it if I told thousands of people too much about what she's doing. But she went on a trip last week with a bunch of girls, and dude, like they're all wearing cowboy hats and they're all wearing like she has this like shirt that's like cowboy boots on it, like prints. And that was when we were doing the episode, like, I don't know if it was last week or the week before when it came out. We were talking about the cowboy trend. And I was like, all I could think about was my wife, like all these cowboy trends, and her and her girlfriends like are all doing this cowboy Western thing. It's crazy. So the reason I bring that up is because belt bags, she has two of these. I know exactly what these are because she's got the Lululemon in two colors. They're like a Lululemon belt. It's a belt bag, but I think the ones that are trending are the ones that you can wear as kind of a crossbody, and they're not shaped like a fanny pack. They're shaped like more of like a rectangle. You can like if you go to Lululemon, you can see like exactly what I'm talking about. I'm assuming that that's what the trend is, but yeah, like my wife has two of these. I see like all of her friends wearing them. These like it's basically just a fanny pack, but in like a triangle, soft kind of design. And then one thing that you can't see on the audio version or on the video version here is like on this article, and I'm sure we're going to leave a link to this article down in the show notes. They've got the Google trend chart of the term belt bag, and it just, I mean, literally like January 2022, it just starts to pop off, and it's just been like trending for the last couple years, this belt bag idea. So yeah, I mean, definitely it's kind of, to me, it kind of falls in that kind of like Stanley Tumbler kind of category. Like, cause I'm thinking of the Lululemon version and all this stuff, like just a trendy style of a product that already exists. Like tumblers have existed forever, but these Stanley style cups have become trendy. Right. And so fanny packs have been around since the 90s or whenever these came out, 80s, 90s. And now it's a different style of fanny pack that I think a lot of people are wearing as like a crossbody that's kind of trending here. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. First off, my wife also has a Lululemon fanny pack, so that just goes to show how popular they are. But if you look at the fanny packs on Printify, on Printful, they're actually like the old school fanny packs. However, they can be worn either around the waist or kind of across, because most of them have adjustable straps, right? So you can make them longer and then you can wear them across, or you can wear them around your waist. But even like at the gym, I see women wearing these fanny packs and they're wearing them around their waist. But they're kind of turned to the side a little bit. I don't know. I don't know, like, but I definitely have seen this take off over the last couple of years. And I mean, you think about it, we as humans, I feel like Americans in particular, we're very expressive. Like we love to just share our passions. We love to just we're like open about it, and we're very, we love to wear our passions. And I mean, if you're in a niche that someone's really passionate about, and you could create a really cool fanny pack that shows their passion for that niche, that's pretty cool, man. And the data backs it up that it's selling. Maybe, I don't know what kind of, it doesn't specifically say kind of what age demographic it's selling to. I would think like Gen Z and millennials, those are like the two kind of types of people that I see wearing them the most personally. But yeah, I feel like it's clearly underrated. I actually don't know many people selling fanny packs at all. And I've never sold fanny packs myself. But according to Shopify, who has a ridiculous amount of data, they're saying it's the top 10 best-selling print-on-demand product of 2024. So do not overlook this. And if you think that your audience could benefit from this, maybe this is something that you drop as like a limited edition product just to test it out. You could put your best design on it, or, one of your popular designs on it, and just see how it does. It also does seem like, from what I seem to see them out more in the summertime for some reason. And if you look at the trend, like on the report, it, like Kerry said, it really popped off in about June of 2022. So I don't know if there's like something with summer, but I mean, people do wear them all year as well.
Yeah, I do think I think you're right. I think that fanny packs are definitely like included in this. It's just a different term. But I will say, if you go to Google and you just search belt bag, like it literally comes up with that exact like Lululemon style, like a million different brands that have that like rectangular kind of like soft bag.
Right.
It's not, from what I'm seeing, like most of them are not necessarily that fanny pack kind of design, but I don't see a lot of print on demands where you can find that specific style, but I'm sure that's out there. Like I do see a couple that have it. But so you have to do some research to find it. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool product.
Yeah, it is a cool product. All right, let's jump on to number 9. And this one I think is going to surprise some people, but it doesn't surprise me that much because I've sold this product. I still sell this product. It actually sells pretty good. And we talked about this before on our top 10 list, and that is tote bags. So let's look at the report and see what they say about tote bags. Tote bags are a straightforward print-on-demand item to design. Totally agree with that. You could literally, in most cases, just take your t-shirt design and put on a tote bag. Super easy. But let me start again. Tote bags are a straightforward print-on-demand item to design and add to your store. Illustrations are printed on a flat rectangular surface, so it's simple to adapt or repurpose designs from other items. Consider offering matching tote bags as an upsell or cross-sell with other products. According to Google Trends, searches for tote bags are currently at a 5-year high, suggesting increased consumer demand. And then they actually give an example of a brand that's selling tote bags called Boba Love. So they say Boba Love, for example, has a variety of print-on-demand products, including tote bags. Many of the designs are similar, with some repurposed from other products. Consider offering print-on-demand tote bags as a freebie or at a discounted rate with a minimum qualifying purchase. If you include a logo on your bags, they act as a marketing surface, spreading the word about your brand. All right, I just have a couple things to say about this, and then I want to hear your thoughts, Kerry. First of all, I 100% agree, 100% agree that if you want to add tote bags to your shop, take your best selling designs and put those on the tote bags and turn it into a collection. So let's say that you have a t-shirt, a hoodie, and a sweatshirt with a best selling design. So you've turned it into a collection. You have 3 products. This would be a natural fit to like add that to the collection, right? Take your bestseller, put it to the collection. Now you also have a tote bag, because you never know how different people are going to want to express the design. Some people are going to want to wear it. Some people would prefer to just have it on their bag. Some people would prefer to have it on a bumper sticker, right? Maybe a hat. There's a lot of different ways that people prefer to show this thing. Now, there's one thing that I 100% disagree with, They say consider offering print-on-demand tote bags as a freebie or at a discounted rate with the minimum qualifying purchase. I absolutely disagree adding it as a freebie. And here's why. If you look at the fulfillment cost for a tote bag, they can be as much as like $20. That's just the cost of production. That's not even like including any profit margin at all. So people would have to spend an insane amount of money or a lot of money for me personally to feel comfortable giving them a free tote bag. Because even if they had to spend $100 to get a free tote bag, I'm losing $20 on the cost of the tote bag for giving it away for free. Not to mention, if they spend $100, they're also going to get free shipping on my store. So I'm eating the cost of the shipping. So I don't know if they didn't look at the cost of production for tote bags. Like you could go on Alibaba and probably buy tote bags for like $1. But when you're using print on demand, they are not that cheap. So I just wanted to make that really clear. I don't recommend that unless it's like spend $200, $300 and get a free tote bag, which I mean, maybe some people will do that, but that's a big ask on the customer's part just for a free tote bag. Kerry, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of doing that, but it's like generally it would be a product you could get for maybe under $5, maybe like a sticker or something that you might want to do with that. I mean, I'm looking, and I mean, I do think like, I mean, some of the bigger print on demands like Printful have pretty high prices on tote bags. I mean, you can definitely get them cheaper at other print on demands, pretty significantly cheaper, but they're still like, from what I'm looking at, I'm just kind of doing research, while you're talking here. It's from what I'm looking at, most of the print on demands is still going to be like around the cost of a t-shirt. So like, It's not cheap. It's not like inexpensive, Right. As far as selling tote bags go, I mean, it's never really been my thing. I think we've talked about this on a previous episode. It's just like, I don't necessarily get the appeal of tote bags. And we've talked about this. We don't necessarily need to have the conversation again, but I don't totally get the appeal of tote bags, like why they would be popular. But I mean, the data supports it, I guess. And so, I mean, yeah, it's definitely, I like what you said about, the fact that you can really repurpose designs really easily onto tote bags. So I think that does make it an attractive option because, when you think about something like hats are really hard to repurpose designs on because number one, many times they're embroidered. And number two, you just have a small space to print on. And so you usually have to simplify or rework your designs to make them look really good on hats. So tote bags, because the printable area is like pretty much the same as a t-shirt, it's like relatively the same size and shape. Like it's really easy to repurpose designs on there, which I do like that aspect of it.
Yeah. So I was just trying to brainstorm while you were saying like about the appeal thing. Totally get that. I'm of the opposite opinion. I love tote bags. I use them all the time. Nice. But like that's fine. It doesn't matter. But I was trying to brainstorm some like justification for introducing this to a shop, and just like some things that immediately came to the top of my head where this could make a lot of sense would be, for example, let's say you're in the book lover niche, super popular niche right now. There are so many popular book lover inspired apparel brands, right? If you're going to the library a lot, a lot of these book lovers love to go to the library, probably because they read so many books. They would like spend all their paycheck on books. So a lot of them like going to the library. What better place to take a tote than to the library where you're going to pick up books? Another one that immediately came to mind was if you're in fitness. So let's say you're in the gym niche and you want to throw your water bottle in, you want to throw, maybe you have some special like bands like in there, little stuff that you want to take to the gym. And then another one that makes a lot of sense is if you're in any sort of eco-conscious niche, this makes a lot of sense, right? Because it's eco-conscious to want to reduce plastic, single plastic bag usage. And a lot of the ways that people are doing that, even some states are implementing this, is by using reusable tote bags. So if you're in a niche where people are passionate about the environment, like the environmentalism niche, this makes a ton of sense, right? And you can even have like funny, relatable slogans that are like bashing plastic, right? Like there's this one brand that had a design go viral, and it said, what did it say? It said, save it. What did it say? Oh, it was something about like, save a turtle, pass on a straw, or something like that. Because I don't know if you remember, Kerry, a couple of years ago, a video went really viral where a sea turtle got like a plastic straw stuck up its nose. And it was a very disturbing video. I watched it and I was like, it was hard to watch. And they're like taking it out of this turtle's nose. But my point is, there was a funny, relatable slogan about how, like, say, skip a straw, save a turtle. I think that's what it was. Skip a straw, save a turtle, something like that. That would be perfect for a tote bag because it's the like the opposite of like a plastic bag, right? So these are just some things that came to the top of my mind. But yeah, it's so easy to add this to a collection, and I do think it makes a great upsell. Like, I do sell a lot of tote bags, and it makes a great upsell. I would never really run ads to them because the profit margin just isn't there for us. But when people see it in a collection, that's generally when people will buy it. So they might buy a shirt and a tote bag, both with the exact same slogan. That happens all the freaking time, where people buy the same design on multiple products, right?
Nice.
So cool. All right. Number 8. This one is not surprising, but surprising at the same time because of how specific it is. So the number 8 best-selling print-on-demand product of 2024 is not just hoodies, but Champion hoodies. So here's what they say. Sports clothing brand Champion is older than Adidas and Nike. Recently, it made a comeback due largely to partnerships with influencers. Capitalize on this resurgence by offering print-on-demand Champion branded clothing. For a premium twist on items like the Champion hoodie, consider embroidered or even custom designs. And then they talk about how Printful embroidery not only enhances a garment's appeal, but it increases its perceived value, allowing you to set higher prices compared to standard print products. And then they show some Champion products from Printful. So Champion, like all the big 3 print-on-demand companies offer Champion products. Printful, Printify, Gelato. If you go on their websites, most of our listeners, I'm guessing, are using one of those 3. I mean, most of my students are using one of those 3, so I'm guessing most of our listeners are. But they do all have Champion products, and I've definitely seen Champion make a huge comeback in the last little bit. And what I like about Champion, what I don't like about Champion is usually the production costs are a lot higher because it's kind of like premium, right? But what I like about it, if you do want to offer a premium product, boom, there it is. You've got a premium product. So for example, I wouldn't offer a Champion t-shirt as my only style of t-shirt. I would actually offer it more as like a premium upgraded t-shirt versus something like a Bella Canvas 3001 or something like a Comfort Colors 1717. But I do think that if you want to go for a more premium, if you want to, if you want to offer more premium products, this could be a good product to like align with your brand. Kerry, I want to hear your thoughts.
Man, I have a lot of thoughts on this one. I'm not a huge fan of Champion stuff. Like, I like the style of it, but I don't think the price matches the quality. Like, I've been pretty disappointed in the quality of some of the Champion stuff that I've gotten. Now, I will say the hoodies, I mean, I have liked the hoodies that I've had, and I've sold some of the hoodies, but it always is really hard for me to justify putting them in my shop because the production cost is really, really high.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like when you go into your print on demand that the Champion hoodie is going to be $5 more than, another option. Like, it's going to be like double the cost or like significantly higher. And I don't want to question Shopify's article here.
I will say, feel, Kerry.
What's that? I love
Shopify. How you feel.
Shopify, if you're listening, I love you. They don't really specify in this article where they're necessarily getting this data from. Like, they don't cite a lot of like data sources. And so like in some of these, you look at the article, and some of these they're showing like the Google trend. And when I look at the Google trend for Champion hoodies, it's like in the tank, like it peaked back in like 2019, and it was going down throughout 2020 and all the way to 2024. And it's like way down. And if I think about it, that's when I was wearing a ton of Champion stuff, was throughout 2019 and 2020. And that's when I saw it surging, I feel like. I don't know about you. I don't feel like that's been a trend lately necessarily, but I'm sure that Shopify has some data to like support it. The last thing I would say is that I do think that the Champion brand and the logo, that embroidered logo, like it does give that perceived value of higher quality, premium product. And so if you're putting your designs on a Champion t-shirt and selling it at a little bit higher price, it's going to give a very premium perception to your customers. And like, it is a thick, nice quality piece of clothing. And I do like the hoodies. Not necessarily a huge fan of the t-shirts necessarily, but I do like the hoodies. So I think there is that part of it. And we've talked a lot about on our podcast about branding and custom branded products and how that increases the perceived value of your products. And so this is one of the ways to do that, is by partnering up with a brand like Champion and selling their products. You're going to instantly get that premium, higher perceived value for your brand because you're using such a premium product. So right. I can understand why this would be a trending product. I'm not the biggest fan. And like, if you look at some of the trend, the Google trend data, which they didn't include on this product, I don't know. I'm not sure about this one, Adrian. I'm kind of on the fence.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I wish they did share where they're getting the data from.
Yeah.
What I will say is that I believe most of the biggest apparel companies in the world are on Shopify. Like the biggest ones I see are using Shopify. Not all of them. Some use other websites, but Shopify is like the e-commerce first platform, right? And most of the big apparel brands I see are on there. So I would hope that they were looking at that data. What I will say though is I actually do see a lot of Champion. Nice. Like a lot of Champion around when I do get out, which I don't get out much, but I go to the gym 5-6 days a week. And at the gym, I see a lot of people wearing Champion stuff. And maybe that's because that's just a place where you would wear like a premium kind of brand like that, right? But I would probably only offer this if I was a premium brand, like if I was creating a brand targeting an affluent demographic. But I also think it does make sense for a lot of sports and athletic brands like Champion, right? So there are some use cases where I would consider introducing this. I don't know if I've ever sold Champion. I don't think I have, just because the production costs are so high. But if you are going for that kind of lifestyle premium aspirational brand, then this might be something that you want to test out and then have it at a high markup, because you kind of have to make any profit. But what I would do is I would work on something called price anchoring. And price anchoring is essentially when you have two similar products, but one has one price, let's say $25, and then another one has a more premium price, and it's like $35. And that's the upgrade, right? That's the level up. So you got like your basic, and then you've got your premium. So that's a case where I might test it out. I wouldn't probably start with Champion. I would like expand a collection with Champion into Champion and then mark up the price significantly. So people still have the option of going with, let's say the Bella Canvas 3001 blank or t-shirt, but at a lower price. All right, let's jump to the next one. And that is number 7, and that is posters. So let's hear what they have to say about posters. You don't have to create expensive oil paintings or abstract canvases to sell your art online. Instead, turn your designs into posters that are affordable for the masses. Posters are ever popular as long as they are high quality. You might get away with a lower resolution image for a t-shirt or mug, but printed posters are less forgiving. Make sure any pictures you print on a poster are at least 300 DPI. Okay, that's just getting to the specifics of the design requirements. But Kerry, what are your thoughts on posters?
I think posters are great. I think I actually had some data recently. This is about personalized posters, or personalized wall art, that Gelato sent me just from their data. And you can charge like a lot for these kind of items. To me, they kind of fall in that like jewelry kind of category a little bit, where it just because it's something that goes on your wall, you can charge more money for it. So you can charge a pretty premium markup. Um, just because it has, just as a product, it just has a higher perceived value. So I think posters is great. I think it's a great opportunity. And I mean, there's so many ways you can do it. It's kind of another one of those products. A lot of times you can repurpose some of your t-shirt designs onto that wall art. If it's like an inspirational quote or something that somebody would hang on their wall, some stuff can be repurposed. It's also great for personalization. Like I said, if you want to do something personalized that somebody can hang on their wall, it can be a great gift. And again, with a poster, specifically a poster, they're relatively inexpensive to fulfill.
Right. Yep. Yep. And going on to what you said about inspirational, yeah, like, I mean, it's a natural fit for an inspirational brand. But I would also say it's a natural fit for funny, relatable designs. Like, there's a viral design, a design that went viral a while back in the book lover niche. Let's keep on the book lover niche topic, that said, "I'm with the band." Like, I'm with the band, but instead of BAND, it's like BANNED, suggesting that they're with the books that have been banned, right? And this went super viral and has made a lot of sales. But if you're a passionate book lover and that really resonated with you on a shirt, maybe you don't want to wear it on a shirt. Maybe you want that as a poster on your office wall, your home office wall, or in your bedroom, or something, right?
Yep.
So I do think that this could make sense for a lot of different niches, and I would not overlook this. A couple other things I was going to say. So that's the first thing I want to say about this. The second thing I want to say about this is this would actually make a lot more sense as like a free gift. So, you know how in the report they were suggesting totes, like, oh, suggest offering a tote as a free gift if they spend a certain amount. But the production cost for a tote can be around $20, whereas the production cost for a poster is like less than $5. That to me would make a lot of sense. Like,
Yeah.
if it's like, oh, don't you agree, Kerry?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, if it's like a really cool custom poster, I mean, you can mark these up quite a bit. But like you said about offering something for free, yeah, they're gonna start. I mean, posters are gonna start at around that $5 mark. And that's gonna be something smaller, but like when it's a free gift,
Yeah.
like it doesn't have to be like some like huge thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. I don't think anyone expects something super extravagant, like a really big, like high quality piece of wall art or something as a free gift, right?
Yeah.
Usually you're happy if you get stickers as a free gift. But this, like, I'm just looking on Printify's website and I see a satin poster here for $3.99. And if you're with Printify Premium, $3.07. But I know Gelato also offers these, Printful offers these, like whoever you're using probably offers these. And the third thing I was going to say about it, so I mentioned that this one could be, first, this could be used for a lot of different niches. Secondly, this could actually make a lot of sense as a free gift, like spend $100 and get a free poster. And then thirdly, there's a lot of different types of posters. Like, I think when we think of a poster, we just think of like the ones that we had on our bedroom wall in high school of like our favorite musician or whatever, right? But if
Mhm.
you actually go to the catalog of your print on demand company, especially if they're one of the big three, you'll probably see, like, I'm just on Printify's website right now, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, like 15 different types of posters, some like 10 to 15 different types of posters here. And that's just Printify. Like, I know Gelato has a lot too, because they're known for wall art. And I know Printful has a lot too. So, like, there's different levels of quality, right? It's
Mhm.
not just that kind of cheap, flimsy stuff that goes on your wall. You can get some really nice ones. And those are the ones that are going to have the higher perceived value, and you can mark up the price higher.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. All right. Number 6 is an item that doesn't surprise me. It's a super high margin item. It's extremely giftable. It's extremely small and lightweight and cheap to ship. Any guesses? I
I know
know
what
no
it
one can
is.
say anything.
Guess in the comments.
Yeah, guess in the comments. Yeah, right. But this is actually one that I see most people passing on. And I think a lot of brands this could make a lot of sense for. And it's actually quite a unique product on stores. There's entire brands that are highly successful that just focus on selling this product, and that is jewelry, print on demand jewelry. And here they actually specifically call it engraved jewelry. So let's read what they say in the report. Engraved jewelry is not only versatile and lightweight, making it ideal for shipping, it's also a canvas for personalized designs. Engravings can be of text or images and applied to necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and charms. There's a large variety of print on demand jewelry. Consider circle and heart necklaces, as well as bar chain bracelets. Each style appeals differently, allowing for niche targeting. Kerry, your thoughts on jewelry?
I kind of expected this to be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Even, I mean, it's still pretty high. You know, this is a top. This article is actually the top 22 best-selling print-on-demand products. So this is number 6. So yeah, that's pretty good. But this has been like so trendy the last year or two, just been gaining steam like crazy. The company that you know kind of specializes in this has made the most noise is called Shine On.
Yes.
And man, I know that they have like absolutely blown up, like hundreds of employees, multiple warehouses, and I'm friends with their founder on Facebook, and just kind of like follow his journey a little bit. So he posts about like how much they're growing, and it's cool for me to see because I'm like, yeah, I love seeing print on demand grow. But they really specialize in print on demand jewelry, and they're like kind of the go to for a lot of these really for these jewelry brands, and so jewelry makes sense for like I feel like a lot of different types of businesses. Like first of all, you can create a full jewelry line, print on demand jewelry line of, you know, higher end kind of stuff. These items these of anything on this list, I think jewelry has to have the highest markup. Like
Yeah, I would agree.
you can get the most margin. I mean, it's wild what you can charge for jewelry, but you can create an entire jewelry line. There's different types of jewelry that you can sell. You can sell, you know, kind of like the custom cut out jewelry. You know, there's kind of what they're showing in this article where it's kind of custom cut. But then you can also do personalized jewelry. You can also do jewelry that just comes with a card where the card is personalized,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like a standard piece of jewelry, like maybe a heart necklace. But then you customize the packaging to make it kind of an experience for the customer. Jewelry is also something you can add into a niche store, right? It's extremely giftable. It's almost always bought as a gift, and there's tons of occasions that you can sell jewelry for: Mother's Day, Christmas, anniversary, birthday. I mean, like there's just a ton. Valentine's Day is a huge one.
Yeah.
Just a ton. So I think jewelry's amazing. Still probably under tapped a little bit, and it's
Yeah.
pretty easy to find jewelry and print on demand. It's just a really popular product, and there's all kinds of different ways you can do it.
Totally, totally. I love jewelry as a product. I've sold jewelry. Like my favorite thing about jewelry is the margin.
Mhm.
There's two places that have a really good jewelry catalog. Definitely number one is Shine On, in my opinion. They're like the goat. They're like the OG. Like they've been around for a long time, and a lot of people have probably never heard of them. But really, their specialty is jewelry. And then the second place that I really like is Awkward Styles. Awkward
Mhm.
Styles actually has like a really nice jewelry collection. Like if you're using them, check them out. Even if you're not using them, check them out. Like they have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 products right here that I'm just looking at on their website. And I think they actually might have some more than this. But anyhow, the jewelry that you were talking about, Kerry, with where the actual jewelry itself isn't customizable, but the card is
Mhm.
customizable. Dude, I see people having a lot of success with that. People selling on Shopify, people selling on Etsy. And the nice thing about it is you're just using this piece of jewelry, but what you're doing is you're creating the emotional connection to the occasion. So the jewelry, there might be someone selling this as a birthday piece of jewelry, and the card talks about, oh, your special daughter or whatever, if it's like birthday gift for a daughter or something. But then there's people selling the exact same necklace and tying it to a totally different occasion. And I don't think many people care, right? They read the card and they just immediately in their head, they tie it to that. And you can create a lot of emotion around a lot of these occasions. So I think people don't realize how much success a lot of people are having with print on demand jewelry. Like, it's not talked about that much. I don't actually know why it's not talked about that much, but for a really, really long time, there have been some crazy successful brands selling this jewelry. So I think this can work for most niches, like most niches. Like when I was selling jewelry, it was in the dog niche. It worked for the dog niche. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
So
People
it
love their
can work
doggies.
for a lot of different niches.
Yeah, jewelry's great. Like, tap into it. It's
Totally.
awesome.
And
I think it's still got a ways to grow.
totally. Yeah. It's still, you don't see it very often in print on demand. It's just not talked about often, but it's kind of like the unsung hero. It's like the sleeping giant. And I just want to just to put things into context, I'm just on a Awkward Styles website right now. And for one of these necklaces, the production cost is $13.95 or
Wild,
$12.15 if you're on their pro plan. Dude, you could sell this necklace for like $40, maybe even
more
more.
than that.
That's like a 4 times markup. Imagine, how much of a budget that of a profit margin that would give you to market this product, right? And if you can make a product that is a winner in your particular niche, man, and if you're making $30 to $40 profit margin, that gives you a huge marketing budget to reach more people and make more sales.
Dude, you could
So,
easily sell this at $49, $59, like
yeah,
easily. I mean,
it
I'm
looks
looking at
very high
like,
quality.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Great opportunity.
Totally. All right, let's move on to number 5 of 10. So number 5, this one might shock some people. All over print yoga pants. Let's talk about this. Let's hear what they have to say about this. As with hoodies, all over print yoga pants feature designs that cover all areas. These leggings first became popular after people started wearing them to music festivals. Novelty clothing brand Beloved, so this is a brand, a print on demand brand, sold $3,000 worth of merchandise a day with an entire collection dedicated to all over print yoga pants. All over print yoga pants are another ideal print on demand product for artists. Consider launching new designs each month to build buzz and drive repeat purchases. Like hoodies, all over yoga pants need to be priced to accommodate increased production costs. Target a higher price point with unique designs that customers can't find anywhere else. Kerry, your thoughts?
Yeah, another great product. I don't have a lot to say about this one. I mean, I think if you have a female focused brand or if you serve a female audience, especially if you're in any kind of fitness type niche, I mean, definitely I think it's a great product. I think you probably have a lot more experience than I do in this one. I've never sold yoga pants. But I can definitely see the appeal. I mean, we know like over the last, I don't know, 10 plus years, like it's just become more and more acceptable. I think I talked about this on a recent podcast. Like I wear athleisure like every day, all day. I don't wear yoga pants, but
you don't? Have
Maybe
you
I
ever heard of
will.
leggings? It's like leggings for men.
Maybe I will after this podcast. I'm gonna order some yoga pants.
Get some
But
leggings.
some meggings.
Yeah,
No,
they're
I'm
really
good.
tight though. They're really tight. They're like spandex tight.
I used to be a skinny jeans guy.
Oh, okay. Then
But not
maybe
anymore though.
leggings would work for you.
Not anymore. Yoga pants. Woo. Get it.
Yeah, so I love
I don't have
yoga
anything to
pants.
say.
What's that?
I don't have anything to offer on yoga pants.
Sure, I have a lot to say on this.
Okay.
I love yoga pants. I love selling yoga pants.
Yep.
I've sold lots of yoga pants. There are a lot of brands that this is their flagship product. And I want to share with you guys a multiple 7-figure brand who is a print on demand company, and their flagship bread and butter product is leggings. And they're called Gear Bunch. Go check them out, gearbunch.com. Super cool brand. They've been around for years. And if you look, like that is far and away their like best-selling product. And they have them for all sorts of things. Like it's not just they're kind of one of those brands where their niche is a product. So instead of being dedicated to one sort of niche, they niche down by focusing on leggings. And so they have leggings for all different types of occasions. They use Printful. And I know that because we sell the same ones as them. And they are selling them for $59.99. Which
Bro, if you didn't click on this brand that they have in this article called Beloved Everything, they got some wild yoga pants, man. I've never seen anyone wearing yoga pants like these because I would laugh in public and make a fool of myself. Like, these are hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you seen these?
You're talking specifically about the Beloved ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they've got one with like Leonardo DiCaprio's face all over them, and they've got a corn cob yoga pants pattern. they've got chicken nuggets, mac and cheese. Like this is what baked beans. Just imagine walking around in all baked bean yoga pants.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude.
They've got another one that's hilarious. It's called Booty Jorts Yoga Pants. So it's like yoga pants, but it looks like booty shorts. Oh,
where are the people that wear these? I've never seen this. This is wild.
I don't know.
Like apparently they're doing $3,000 a day, so $90K a month.
Guess what their best selling yoga pant is?
Is it booty jorts?
Booty jorts.
Booty jorts. All right. Think outside the box.
But Beloved, apparently it says on their website as seen on Shark Tank, which is pretty crazy. Like this brand
maybe it's like maybe it's like a party thing. Like it's like a funny, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know, but it sounds like they're doing pretty good for themselves. So yeah, yoga pants. I cannot say enough good things about these. I like that you can charge a premium price for them. And what I will say is that of all the products I've ever sold, our best profit margin was on yoga pants. Is on yoga pants. We're selling them for, I think it's $79.99. And they're probably costing like $30 to produce, something like that. So, I mean, not proportion wise, but just like profit margin wise, we make like $40 or so profit per pair. Awesome. And you can sell them for less. You can put them on sale. You can do a BOGO, because when you have that much profit margin, like you have a lot of, you can use a lot of that as marketing budget. You can use that to offer steep discounts, like buy one, get one 50% to get them to spend more. I love them. I think it's great. I think yoga pants are awesome, and I don't see them sold enough. Even my dog-inspired apparel brand, we sold leggings, and we actually sold a decent amount of leggings to dog lovers. So don't overlook these. Like, you don't have to be in the fitness niche to sell leggings. Like I don't know if most, but a lot of women wear leggings. And if you are appealing to a niche, which is what we always teach, then you can probably find a way to blend your niche with a pair of leggings. And it's kind of cool, right? Because then they can be totally decked out in your gear. How cool is that? People are walking around, they're wearing pants from your brand, they're wearing a shirt from your brand, they're wearing a hat from your brand. That would be pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's all I'll say about yoga pants, but I love them. All right. Number four is all over print hoodies. So let's hear what they have to say in the report. They say designers will find all over print hoodies an exciting challenge. Unlike traditional print on demand hoodies that only allow for designs on the front and back, these products let you showcase your art on every part of the garment. All over print hoodies require more complex production processes, justifying a higher price tag. When pricing, apply strategies like price anchoring. Oh, they talk about price anchoring, where standard and luxury items are placed side by side to encourage shoppers to opt for premium options. Streetwear brands like Vapor 95, one that they're shouting out here, utilize all over print-on-demand products to create vibrant, eye-catching product lines that promote their brand wherever they're worn. Kerry, your thoughts?
Yeah, all over print hoodies been around for a little while. Use a different print method. They're you can charge a lot of money for them, but they are pretty expensive to fulfill. But I mean, I like the fact that you can print anywhere, right? So like one of the biggest complaints that I hear a lot from sellers is that they want to print on more area. Like it's like, you're kind of confined to this little box when you do a t-shirt or a hoodie, regular style print. So all over print allows you to do some really unique things with your prints. And obviously you can charge more. I'm sure that the margin can be there, but they can be pretty expensive to fulfill. But generally the designs are going to be really loud for the most part. I mean, most of the all over print hoodies that I see are very loud, but it's a cool product. It's trendy product. It's something that it just like it catches your eye because it's not something you see as frequently, right? It's not the normal look. It looks unique. So not surprised to see it on this list. I mean, I think it's an awesome product to sell.
Yeah. The production cost is definitely higher that I've seen. I haven't seen like any super affordable overprint hoodies. Maybe they exist. And I'm talking about production costs. So yeah, marking up the price. I mean, I'm just looking at this brand Vapor 95. They're selling their hoodies for $59.95, and that's on sale. Their retail price is $69.95. Maybe it always says that, but I mean, you have to sell these at a premium. And I think a lot of people buy them. I think I tried them on my shop and they didn't work, but I take full responsibility for that. I think it was actually me who just created crappy all over hoodies that nobody wanted.
They're hard to design.
What's that?
They're harder to design. Like because it's interesting.
They were definitely more challenging to design. And I think I just didn't do a good job with them. I was excited to release them and I marked them up to a premium price and it was crickets, but I 100% think that was me. Definitely not a hit on the product. They are really cool. And I think they could sell really well for a lot of brands. So something to think about, right? All right, let's jump to
before you get into the top three.
Yes,
this should have been our hook to stick to the end at the beginning. But I was looking at the top three products, and there is one of these products that I did not expect to be in there. The top product, everybody knows. The third product, everybody's gonna be like, yeah. The second product, though, what the heck? It's out of left field. Okay, hit him with the third product, Adrian.
I totally agree on the second one, man. That should have been off with that.
That should have been our intro. Was the number two product's gonna blow your mind. All right.
Totally. All right. Well, we're gonna get to that shortly, but let's talk about number three. And number three, to no surprise, is mugs. So let's talk about mugs. I think everyone knows that these are kind of like a fan favorite product. You can sell these for absolutely any niche that like I could think of. And I've made a lot of mug sales, but let's talk about it. Okay, so the article says, like apparel, mugs are a favorite print-on-demand product. Demand is year-round with a peak during the winter holiday season. Beyond the standard 11-ounce white mug, print-on-demand options include colorful cups with contrasting interiors or trendy enamel mugs that resemble tin cups used for camping. These styles lend themselves well to creative designs and catchy slogans. To create mugs that can be sold at a higher price point, consider limited edition art, textured finishes, or premium materials like porcelain. What do you have to say, Kerry?
Yeah, mugs are a classic. They've been a bestseller for a long time. No surprise here. It's always a great gift. There are lots of different types of cool mugs, like the color changing mugs, different sizes, sometimes different colors and different things. I think drinkware as a category in general has been more trendy the last few years. It's been gaining popularity. We talked about the Stanley mug and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's always a great product. Another thing I didn't mention here, but this is another personalized. If you get into personalization, it can be another great product for personalization. So mug is just a staple,
right?
Always a great product.
Yeah. I love the giftability of mugs. They're a great upsell. I find them very challenging to run profitable ads to because the profit margin isn't huge, right? And so of the two brands I had, one, I actually had mugs on both for a period of time. And then one I pulled the mugs from just to focus on higher profit margin products. And then the other one I kept mugs on until I sold that brand. And that was in the dog niche. And we sold lots of dog inspired mugs. This is something that, I mean, most people drink coffee. Most people have like a ton of mugs in their house. It seems like you can never have enough. And it's great for just showing your passion, right? So not much to say about this one. I don't love the profit margins, but it can make a really good upsell and a great gift. All right. Should we hit him with number 2?
All right. This is a weird one. I don't know where this came from.
Hey, I want to invite you to my free masterclass where I reveal how to make your first $10,000 in sales with Shopify and print on demand. If you are just starting out, this will give you a head start. And if you're a POD veteran, this training is meant to help you multiply your growth faster. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can register for that free training by clicking the link below in the show notes or by going to ecomlegendsacademy.com/grow. Yeah, this one was a head scratcher, man. Although I do know some people that have had success with this product. I actually don't think I've ever offered this product before, and that is personalized baby clothing. So let's talk about this. Let's hear what they have to say. Come on, Shopify. Let's hear what you have to say.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, like,
okay,
this is like barely it's not even 2 paragraphs. It's like 2 or 3 sentences in this article. They provide no examples. They provide no trend charts, nothing. So read it.
All right. Here's the limited information that we have been provided.
Number 2, Shopify. Number 2.
Number 2. All right. People buy personalized baby clothing as gifts for births, baby showers, baptisms, and first birthdays. Custom items range from onesies featuring baby names to illustrated puzzles like those sold by baby brand Caden Lane. Let's check them out. And then they say, when selecting print-on-demand baby products to customize, check that the materials used are hypoallergenic and suitable for babies. And then this is really interesting. They say, add a contact form to your online store so customers can submit custom requests. So yeah, you could do that with Shopify, but there's also apps, like personalization apps in the Shopify app store that might be able to kind of more automate that for you. So it's funny that they didn't mention the Shopify app. So one that's really popular, a really popular personalization app for Shopify sellers, if you want to sell personalized products, that one is called Mighty. What is it? Mighty. I think it's, let me find it here. Shopify personalization app. The name's like not coming to me right now, but they do have one that is quite popular. It's very highly rated.
I'm not familiar with that. I know a couple other ones, but I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Shopify app store personalization app. Let me find it here.
The one that I'm more familiar with is called Customily.
Okay.
The reason that I like them is because they actually integrate with, and I'm sure the one you're talking about probably does too, but they integrate with quite a few print-on-demand providers. They kind of automate it.
Okay.
Printful, Printify, Shine On, Custom Cat, T-Launch, Guten.
Nice.
Yeah.
This one's called Mighty Image Uploader. So this one adds a capability to upload and crop images on the product page, or you can do uploading personalized image files.
Interesting.
So, but yeah. So this one was really interesting. But what I will say is I do know people selling products in this, and that have actually sold quite a few.
It's not like you can definitely see why it works. I just didn't necessarily expect it to see it in the top 10 list because I've never seen it in any other top 10 lists over the years. I've seen like a million of these, lists. So I would but it totally makes sense, right? Like baby clothing is a massive multi-gazillion dollar industry, and personalized products are also this massive trend in print on demand and, just e-commerce in general. You combine the two you get a massive opportunity, personalized baby items. I don't know how many babies are born every day, but there's new babies born every day. That's more gifts being bought. Like, it definitely seems like a massive opportunity. So I definitely get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Surprising, but not overly surprising.
Yeah.
So, all right. Should we hit him with number one?
Big shocker.
What a shocker. Number one, as freaking always, for what seems like all of time, the number one best-selling print-on-demand product, and this is just like year after year after year, is, you guessed it, unisex t-shirts. So let's hear what the report has to say about this. Starting an online t-shirt business is a great idea at any time. Unlike seasonal wear like swimwear or sweaters, t-shirts are versatile and can be worn alone in warm weather or layered during the colder months. With so many types of t-shirts available to print on demand, there's lots of opportunity to cater to a niche audience. The most popular color for unisex t-shirts is black, a versatile choice that works well with various designs. As for graphics, ensure they're distinctive and relevant to a target audience. For example, LGBTQ plus lifestyle brand Passion Fruit began by selling niche print-on-demand t-shirts with themed graphics. The brand quickly surpassed its targets and expanded its product line. When selling any clothing line, including a sizing chart to help customers decide, include a sizing chart to help customers decide what to buy. Totally agree. Size chart apps are useful for adding accurate sizing to your product pages. And then they share another brand here called Imogen. They say, see how Asian-inspired apparel brand Imogen, which uses print on demand, prominently displays its size guide below its product descriptions. Kerry.
Yeah, I mean, thank
something.
you.
Tell our listeners something they don't know about unisex t-shirts.
Thank you, Shopify, for just thank you. No, I actually like what they said about unlike seasonal wear like swimwear or sweaters, t-shirts are versatile and can be worn alone in the warm weather or layered during the colder months. Like, t-shirts are a staple. Like, I could hit you with all the stats, but they've been around for it's over 130 years at this point. Like 1889 was like the first t-shirt. Apparently, we're not certain that was the first t-shirt, but around that time is when it started to gain popularity. And, it's worn all times of the year. Average American owns 27 t-shirts. I think it's like, I think the average American puts on a t-shirt. It's like 6 times a week or 6 point something times a week. I don't know, something like that. Like, it's almost every day, right? Like, I wear one every day. Same. I wear a polo like maybe once a month. And so if you see me in a polo, that's my one day a month. But everybody wears them. You can put anything on them. There's so many different ways to style them. You wear them all times of the year. It's just a tried and true staple product, man.
It's a classic. I don't have anything to add. I mean, we've talked about that one so much over time. And it's number one. It's just like, I can guarantee right now that it's going to be number one next year and the year after and the year after. It's the best selling print on demand product. So,
yep.
All right. So what I want to do is I want to recap of the top 10. And then we're just going to wrap it up, because this has actually been a pretty long episode breaking down these top 10. This is why we didn't break down the top 22, y'all. So if you do want to see all 22, click the link below to the Shopify report and you can see what the other 12 are. We would be here all day if we were breaking down these all. So the recap of the top 10. Number 10 was belt bags / fanny packs. Number 9 was tote bags. Number 8 was champion hoodies. Number 7 was posters. Number 6 was engraved jewelry. Number 5 was all over print yoga leggings. Number 4 was all over print hoodies. Number 3 was mugs. Number 2 was personalized baby clothing. And number 1, no shocker at all, was unisex t-shirts. So that is it for this episode. Kerry, any closing thoughts?
Well, I was going to say, I appreciate that. One thing I do appreciate about this article is that they were very specific on the specific types of products, right? Like, it wasn't super general. Like, they said a unisex t-shirt or personalized baby clothing, or some of them were more general, but all over print. It wasn't just yoga pants. It was all over print yoga pants, that kind of thing. So there is something to that. I think when you're looking at this article, don't skip over the fact that, they don't just say, oh, well, I'm just going to sell baby clothing, right? Like, they specifically said personalized baby clothing, and some of these different products were very specific. So that's something to keep in mind, is that those are part of those trends, are the specific nature of them.
Totally. Yep. Agreed. Well, that is it, guys. That is all we got. Thank you so much for being here. Stay awesome. And remember, you're always one design away.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Print on Demand Playbook podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave us an honest review on whichever platform you're listening on. Thanks again, and have a great day.